Okay, welcome to this week's Fife Property Update. As you'll see, different background today. I am sitting in Spain. But let's give you the update for the Fife property market. This is from the 21st of April to yesterday, the 27th of April, right across the market. According to Rightmove, how many properties were sold by microregion versus how many properties have actually came on by microregion as well. Now, microregions are places like Cooper. In other words, KY15, KY14 is a Cooper postcode area. KY8 is a Leadenmouth postcode area. KY10 is an Anstruther postcode area. KY16 is a St Andrews postcode area, and so on and so forth. KY6, KY7 Glenrothes, KY1 and 2 is Kirkcaldy, and KY11 and 12 is Dunfermline. So we break that down into micro-regions so people understand in their particular region how supply and demand is going in terms of the property market overall. We also give a strong indication about where prices are right now in terms of what you should be offering as a buyer and also what you should be expecting as a seller as well. So let's get started. We'll be talking about a couple of blogs in the way, telling you what's coming onto market with us in the next week or two, as well as overall. Okay, so let's look at the Fife property market overall. Here we are here. So this is quite interesting this week. Pretty straightforward. Clearly demonstrates supply, demand is outstripping supply. You can see across, but if you drill down in regions, you'll see where Cooper is 6 versus 8. So 8 properties sold in that week, last week, and 6 only instructed with all the estate agents in the Fife area. 5 versus 5 for East Neuk, so pretty good there as well. St Andrews 8 versus 6. That's starting to recover again from the previous weeks, having an oversupply. Leadenmouth 9 versus 8. Dunfermline 73 versus 77. Demand outstripping supply. Glenrothes, similar situation, 10 versus 19, demand outstripping supply. And Kirkcaldy 20 versus 27, so pretty stable in there as well. 139 properties came to market with all the estate agents in Fife versus 150 properties actually sold. This is a pretty good market right now, and things are going extremely well. If you're looking to buy or you're looking to sell, this is probably the right time to do it right now. Now, I usually say, for people that watch this all the time, they'll probably say, he says that every time. Of course, because you only move for your circumstances. You don't move because you're going to make money on your house. You move primarily, more than likely, because your circumstances, you're upsizing, you're downsizing, you're deciding to move out the area, so that's why you would sell as well. You're selling because you want to move into rent accommodation. Anything, deceased estate, anything would make them trigger that. So it's circumstances that drive this market. It is not the very fact that it's, oh, I just fancy a new house. More than likely, that's not the case. Interestingly enough, if here's a good one for to answer. If you were, are you staying in your dream house right now? That's a good question. Are you actually staying in your dream house right now? And if the answer to that is no, well, why aren't you? What's stopping you? What's holding you back? You need to speak to us about that, because we could probably show you an easy way that could be entirely possible. You don't know what you don't know, and it's our job to demonstrate that to you, and then you can base your decision on facts. But if you've not got your dream house right now, that could be a possibility, a strong possibility. So message us direct on this post, or contact us on the usual numbers, or email us direct at info@fifeproperties.co.uk. Okay, let's talk about some of the things that have come on so far. We actually did this was actually a really controversial post yesterday. Richard and I did a show, and it was called Needy Tenants. Really, the Needy Tenants title, few people have got upset about that. But the reality is, it was nothing to do with needy tenants. It was the fact that how landlords interpret tenants' requests. And it's the landlords that are actually the ones that think that the tenants are needy, but it's showing and demonstrating to landlords how they should empower their tenants to make the right decisions and understand the right processes and systems in order to get in touch with landlord when it's necessary, in order to not get in touch with landlord when it's not necessary as well. So it's more about educating landlords rather than actually anything else. So if you're a landlord or an investor, or you want to be a landlord, then check out that post that we did. It is on this link about how to empower your tenants more so they will call you less. That's the whole point. Okay, so Richard and I did that yesterday. Let's jump on and talk about what's actually what's actually sold this week with us. So why do we talk about what's sold this week? Because it gives you a strong indication about how the market's going right now for different price points in different areas and different types of houses. So let's talk about what's sold during the week for us. This was actually Parkview in Balmullo. So Parkview in Balmullo, that actually took 4 months to sell. It was a 3-bedroom detached house. It was a beauty. It was on a corner plot and it had a garage to the side as well. Now, that was on at offers over 300,000. So 3-bedroom detached houses in the Balmullo area with a garage to the side are going for around about the 300,000 price point. So if you've got a house like that and you think, wait a minute, that's a lot more than I thought, then give us a call, speak to us. The next one here as well, we're going to the next one here, and we've got Bonnygate and Cooper. This is a commercial property. This was on at offers over 45,000 and it sold extremely quick. So commercial property in the Cooper area is actually at the right price point, by the way, at the lower end of the price points. In other words, probably everything up to about 150,000 will sell extremely well. So if you have a commercial property in the Cooper area looking to sell, then yep, probably pick up the phone and contact us about it. The next one here, Taping Close. This was in Cellardyke. Took 4 months. See, hear that? 4 months, Parkview in Balmullo, 4 months, Taping Close in Cellardyke, a 4-bedroom detached house. Potentially, it could really honestly be a 5-bedroom. It was just they decided to lay it out a bit differently. And this was on at offers over 375,000. So this is sold as well. So now I'm demonstrating clearly here that everything, remember in the previous weeks, what I said in the previous weeks was everything up to 300,000 is selling extremely well. Everything after 300,000 is taking a bit longer. And this is classic example. 375,000 took 4 months. And then we go back to the next one here, which is 300,000. It took 4 months as well. So see how that's taken a lot longer. Now, the average to sell is round about 2 months. And that's just average for all properties. So everything at a higher price point, affordability is a real issue for people right now, especially with the mortgage companies announcing that they're going to be putting their rates up because they don't think the Bank of England is going to reduce base rates quicker than they actually expected. They think they're going to take a lot longer to do that. Now, we'll be doing blogs on that during the week and vlogs and shows about this during the next couple of weeks about the fact that the Bank of England is possibly forecasting that they're not going to drop interest rates or base rates anytime soon until probably the second quarter of 2024, towards the latter end of that 2024 itself. So watch out and listen out for these blogs and vlogs. We're going to be coming on. The next one that was sold with us was Away, James Street, Cellardyke. This is what I always talk about: frontline property, looking over the sea, towards the sea. These properties are actually extremely popular. Cellardyke area. This was sold in 2 weeks. On offers over 325,000, and it is Away. It's a 4-bedroom terrace house. It was perfect. So there was an upper here, an upper flat. You went in that door just there. If you can see my pointer moving about, and then you went up the hall, you went up the stairs at the back, and this was your property up here, but beautiful views to the front as well. This is why, and I'll keep talking about this most of the time, this is why you need to follow our Facebook pages. And when we upload stuff, you need to be quick, especially if it's a pre-portal. Again, I come back to saying, if you're not living it in your dream home and you're waiting for the right one to come up, do not wait on Rightmove, do not wait on Zoopla. Follow our Facebook pages because they will appear there first before they appear on any websites on a pre-portal. So as soon as you read the words pre-portal, you know straight away that ain't on a website yet for the next 5 or 6 days until it gets put together. It goes on a website and then everybody gets access to it. And then you're competing with more people. That's what that comes down to. So therefore, you could end up paying a huge amount more. So pre-portals, golden opportunity to get in there before anyone else. If you can make the seller an offer they can't refuse, that is the most important point out of that. So these are the ones that were sold this week overall with us. And again, as I said, I talk about the length of time to sell is getting a lot longer than usual and typical with higher priced properties. And that's been like that for maybe about the last 6 months, I'd say, as base rates has went up so much, affordability has become less and less easier for a lot of people. on lower budgets. So what you were getting at 200 or 300,000 a year ago, you could probably get with the same amount of money every month. You can only get 200,000 a mortgage. That's why affordability is very difficult for higher level rates and base rates. What's going to be coming soon? Let me talk about what's coming soon this week. So listen out for this one. What's coming soon? Now, we tell you about coming soon is before it hits the pre-portal, and it's also before it hits the website. In other words, we've signed it up. We're ready to come to market in the next the next couple of weeks, probably this week and next week. Coming. So you need to listen out for these ones if you're looking for your dream house or your dream home, because this could be one of them, and you could get in there before anyone else if you contact us direct. The key is here is listen out for it. If you hear the one that you like, message us direct on these posts. Just mention the property in particular and just give us your contact details, and we'll get in touch with you. We'll talk you through it, and then we can take it from there. But that is what the coming soon is all about. So Beacon Court in Antra, this is the retirement apartments where the Crow's Nest used to be. This is a 2-bedroom first floor apartment, which is going to be coming on. Kemback Bridge and Kemback, just outside Cooper. Wow, wait till you see this one. Wow, this thing's absolutely beautiful inside. Love and care and attention to detail, and finishing extremely high standard as well has all been put into this property. And this is going to be a beauty when it comes on. So this is Kemback Bridge and Kemback and Cooper, just a Duraden area. 4-bedroom semi-detached house outside Pitscotty, I would say. St Adrian's Place, Antrala. This is front line, by the way, at St Adrian's Place. This is overlooking the golf course. This is one of the most desirable places in Antrala, if not the East Nuke, overlooking the golf course at St Adrian's Place. This is a 3-bedroom detached house. It's going to be coming on. If you're looking for this type of property, front line, no one can build in front of you because there's a golf course there. It goes all the way down to the beach as well, and it is absolutely fantastic. So that's going to be coming on as well. Watch out for that one. Nethergate North and Crail, I've been in that one. It's a brilliant. Wait till you see the attic room. Wow. This is a 2-bedroom end terrace house in Nethergate North in Crail. This is again another one that's finished at a really good standard, really high standard. Fantastic back garden. It's got a wee surprise. It's even got a separate garden away up the back, which sits in the sun all day long. So that's going to be a good one as well. West Shore and St Monans, front line overlooking the harbour in St Monans. This will be a two-bedroom apartment. This is overlooking in West Shore and St Monans, overlooking the harbour itself. St Abbs Crescent in Pittenweem, 3-bedroom terraced house. That'll be coming on. I've probably just uploaded that pre-portal. I think I have. Yep, I have just recently. So the pre-portal for at St Abbs Crescent, Pittenweem, 3-bedroom terraced house has just been uploaded the other day. That attic room is right for conversion, because next door has actually done it into a master ensuite. So it's got its own office, it's got its own master, and it's got its own ensuite as well up in the attic room. It was there before. High Street in Auchtermuchty, a 3-bedroom first floor apartment is coming on as well. So if you're looking for High Street Auchtermuchty 3-bedroom apartment, this could be the one for you. So again, as I said, if any of these appeal to you, message us direct on these posts, tell us which ones it is, and then we can get back in touch with you and give you more information on these properties. Okay, let's talk about what's completed over the line before I go on to finalising this off. Okay, so what I'm going to tell you, what's coming on, what's actually completed. Getting away, I'm looking at my notes here. What's completed? So trades. Now, the reason I tell you completed, what I mean is keys handed over, money exchanged, people have moved in, people have moved out. That is what completed is. Sold, subject to concluded missives, just means there's an agreement and a bargain being made. It still goes through conveyancing, then completed will come along later on. So this is completed. I can now tell you what these properties went for. This will give you a strong indication about where the property market is right now in terms of the offer over prices, and also how long it takes to sell in certain areas. So Trade Street, get my teeth back in Kilrenny. It was a 4-bedroom terraced house, and it sold originally in 3 weeks, and actually sold for home report value. See, properties are now caught up with the prices. home report value is sometimes the average about where things are right now. Denvale Gardens in Kennoway, it sold for, actually, just to tell you, it was 295,000. Denvale Gardens, Kennoway, 4-bedroom detached bungalow. It sold in 4 days when it came to market. Owner was delighted. It went for 2% over the home report value, which represented another £5,000. It was a perfect property. Everybody had a win-win situation, and it made it work. See how everything's starting to catch up in terms of prices. Taylor Street Methil, 2-bedroom upper flat, sold in 6 weeks for the home report value, £60,000. So again, another one going for home report value, selling quite well, but home report value. Realistic about your price point is the most important thing that you can do right now. If you're hoping to get huge amounts, unless you've got the most unique property ever and you think everybody's going to want it, probably James Street is a classic example on Frontline and Cellar Dyke I just talked about. It's been sold recently. That's probably going to go for a bit more, whereas run-of-the-mill properties will actually go for around about the home report value now, or just over or just under. Lilac Bank, Methil. This is a 3-bedroom detached house that sold for home report value, 120,000. And again, this comes down to saying their prices are going for around about that value. So if you're getting offers right now and you're knocking them back every single time from your estate agent, you really probably need to consider, if they're at the home report value or just above the home report value, if that might be the actual right price. And it could be a case of, deal or no deal. Holding out, that you could end up with a 1p box if you keep holding out. Maybe you need to go now. Maybe you need to sell now. Maybe you need to agree. Maybe you need to just say yes and move on, because prices aren't going to go astronomically over the home report values anymore. It's all stabilized. It's all caught up. All these prices have actually gone through these increases that we've had over the last couple of years, and the market is now settled at that price point. That's what people can afford. The multiplier in Fife is just under 6 times the average salary for the average price of a property in the Fife area. That tells us straight away it's probably caught up to where it should be, and it's got a good equilibrium point. Now, there's going to be places like St Andrews and East Neuk, which are going to be way beyond average price in the Fife area. But that's why it's an average for Fife in general. There's going to be some above and there's going to be some below, but on average, it's round about 167, 170,000 for the average price in Fife to buy, which is around about 6 times the average salary earning in Fife as well. So that's it this week for Fife Property Update. I hope we've given you a good insight into what's happened. Tomorrow, Wealth Creation Show, if you want to quickly talk about this, how to know the secret of success. We talk about this all the time, Richard and I. And the secret of success is not really one single tip. It's not one be all and end all. It's the if there was one, it's the success is brought about by a combination of smart habits, tenacious spirit, and well, probably a whole lot of luck. But as I usually say, luck is just an acronym for labour under correct knowledge. You make your own luck, by the way. That's probably what it says. So making a few conscious changes to your behaviour and attitude could prove quite rewarding overall. So we're going to be talking about that at 12:30 on the Wealth Creation Show tomorrow, live, Richard and I. So if you want to tune into that and ask questions at that time, please feel free to do that. Until next time, guys, have a fantastic evening and have a fantastic week coming ahead. And until next time, guys, bye-bye for now.